Hey, good morning, everybody. This is John Skiba from the Arizona Consumer Law Group. I'm also the founder of the Consumer Warrior Project. And I'm recording this video on the morning of June 30th, 2017. And I wanted to do this video because there's some pretty big changes that are coming to the credit reporting agencies of Equifax, Experian, and Transunion tomorrow, July 1st, 2017, that'll impact a lot of people that have been dealing with some pretty serious debt problems. And that is as a result of a settlement with numerous attorney generals that had brought in complaints against the big three credit reporting agencies. They have announced that starting July 1st, 2017, the credit reporting agencies are not going to list public records, specifically civil judgments and tax liens, unless it has some very specific information about the debtor or the defendant or you on the actual document. They're going to require that it have the debtor's name, their address, and either their Social Security number or their birth date must be on the judgment or on the federal tax lien. Now, almost no judgments, particularly here in Arizona where I practice, have that type of information. And in fact, I think it would be a violation of various privacy laws and likely the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act if they were to include that personal information on something like a judgment. So if it doesn't have that specific information on the civil judgment or on the tax lien, they're going to remove it from your credit report. Now, this is a huge deal. This is estimated to impact anywhere, I've seen as low as 12 million people up to 20 million people and the information that's on their credit report. And this is a big deal in Arizona particularly. I mean, anybody who's ever had any difficulty in getting negative information off of their credit report or inaccurate information off their credit report, they know what a hassle that can be and how it's often in vain. You'll try forever to get that off there. And even if it's inaccurate, it's difficult to get that information off your credit report. But in Arizona, we have this little bit kind of a twist on that in that civil judgments that are brought by debt collectors, junk debt buyers, the Midland Fundings, the portfolio recoveries of the world, those judgments are only good for 5 years, and then they have to be renewed every 5 years by the filing of something called an affidavit of renewal with the court. And if the creditor doesn't file that affidavit, then the judgment's not renewed, and the judgment is no longer valid. It's void. Well, so what people are running into is that the judgment's void. They can't collect on it because the creditor decided not to renew it or they were negligent and didn't get it renewed. Either way, the judgment's void, but the public record information is still showing up on the credit report. So this is a pretty big deal. Again, tomorrow this goes into effect. All civil judgments that don't have the debtor's name, their address, Social Security number, or birth date will have to be removed, as will federal tax liens. So they estimate this will remove almost all civil judgments, and it will eliminate most federal tax liens. Most people, they say, will probably see a modest increase in their credit score, anywhere from 10 to 40-point jump by having this information removed. So I wanted to throw that out there. If you want to learn more about some of these issues, you can head over to our website at consumerwarrior.com. I also have a lot of free resources, templates, downloads, things like that over at legal.coach. And with that being said, we'll catch you next time.